Hey, crack-a-lackin', what's crack-a-lackin'? Coach Jack Daniels at the Boxers Training Channel. Peace out. Peace in, peace out. Peace in. Look, I haven't been here for a couple of days. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I do this. I let my stress level peak out and I lay around, and contemplate my next move, right? Because excuse me, the numbers indicate, right, that I'm stuck. So what I do is I just get into myself and I contemplate, right? What is my next move? So what is my next move to get my rump back in here on this computer and let's kick some boxing? Because I don't know about y'all, but that's what I love dearly. You know what I'm saying? And I had a conversation with a gentleman today, and he so impressed upon me to keep doing what I'm doing and don't be stressed out to the point where you're going to jump ship like the norm. Normally, that's what we do when we get stressed. I got enough. I ain't doing that no more. Let me find something else to do. Right? That is not me. Never has been. I've always completed the mission. Whatever the mission might have been, whatever the assignment might have been, I look at that sticking up like that. Oh, that's what that is, sticking up like that. That's okay. I'm gonna get that in a minute. Let me put that right there. Put that to the side for a minute. Okay, you heard me. Okay, so I've always elected to complete the mission, whatever the mission might have been. I always opted to complete it. That's just who I am, right? I don't do not being successful very well. I don't care what it is. Right? It's the same thing existed when I was boxing. Right? I just have to be the best in the middleweight division when I boxed. Right? 160 pounds. Actually, I was always a tad. Oh wait, 160, 160, 162. Not saying I couldn't get it done with because I had to on a couple of occasions, and I did. Right? But the fact remains the same. My walking around weight. And that's I'm coming to think about it. My walk around weight was like 163, and I walked around and carried that weight good because when I worked out, you know what I mean. I worked out hard, so my stress, excuse me, my sweat level was off the charts. Right? I mean, it would be times when I would be like drenching in sweat, and that's what you do when you know what I mean, looking for the avenue to greatness, right? You want to sweat, right? You want to take your emotions out on your body, and you do that through the um, perplexity of creating sweat. Sweat is a wonderful thing. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? When you're in the moment, right? Doing whatever you're doing, whether it's in the gym on the bags or jumping rope or you know what I mean, in shadow boxing. Oh, it's just the whole uh, array, the whole litany of what a boxer does to ascertain the mind first, the mindset to become great in the sport that he loves, whatever that sport might be. But in this instance, it was some boxing for me. Wow, you know what I mean? You think I don't know how to do that? You think I guess y'all think I just be they just run about my mouth. I just want to be seen. I just need somebody. I don't need nobody to talk to. I got a wife in there. You know what I'm saying? I can go in there. Hey, baby, what's happening with you? You know what I'm saying? Whatever, right? But boxing, it's a lovely sport. It's a lovely sport, and like I oftentimes tell you, y'all, whether you listen or not, right? Boxing is a beautiful sport. It's a wonderful sport. It's one of the most competitive sports around. I think. What's more competitive than boxing? You and your opponent in the ring. What's more competitive than that? Right? Everything. Like wrestling? Wrestling is. I mean, wrestling. I'm trying. I'm contemplating. I said wrestling, but I'm contemplating wrestling. And the first thing comes to my mind when I start contemplating wrestling is that when I was younger, these cats used to get in the ring and do all kind of silly stuff, right? I mean, it was just like it was just wrestling. It wasn't something that it wasn't. Is it a sport? I guess maybe in the competitive sense, that it might be a sport. Like in a say per se the Olympics and stuff like that is it's a sport, right? I'm trying to create a positive narrative for wrestling because as I think back, I've never seen wrestling, but anything other than entertainment, throwing people out the ring, jumping off the ropes, and diving on your opponent, and yeah, at the end of the day, it was just a lot of faking going on in wrestling. You know what I mean? I mean, I didn't note that when I was young because it was not something that my little BB brain as a child was able to um, understand. The I'm talking about uh, the I don't, I'm looking for a nice word, right? I don't want to say fake, right? But that's exactly what to me. That's what it was. If wrestling was perceived as fake. It was fake. But anyway, what's happening with y'all, man? You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody in the chat. And I had a conversation with Randy Smith today. Shout out to Randy Smith, right? Randy Smith has a boxing podcast, and Randy and I, excuse the the verbiage. Randy and I are going to take these podcasts, his podcast and my podcast, off the charts, off the Richter, right? I'll be taking the lead because that brother is trying to make a life, make a living um, in other things, right? And I'm really, really, really happy to have met that brother because he gives me some inspiration when it comes to knowing that there are some intelligent black people still available to those who seek to be in the presence of those that are intelligent. You know what I mean? And good people. We have to um, elevate ourselves as people, especially as black people, right? Because we have been so con- dominated. Hello, we have been so dominated by our oppressors, right? That's a good term. Shouldn't have any feedback behind the entry of the word. Our oppressors, right, have dominated us in such a way that all the things that we know and gravitate today are taught behaviors by whom? The oppressor, right? So, me personally, I don't hold my people totally responsible for their behavior, right? All the stuff that goes on in the streets and the killing this and the criminal element that. I don't hold my people totally responsible for it because when before they was uh, stole from their country, right, and brought to this country against their will, they had a culture, they had a language, right? And that language and that culture was modified to the behavior and the cultural identity of the oppressor, right? He taught us everything that we know, be it good or bad, right? Your oppressor taught you that. You know what I'm saying? You can dance around it if you want to, but those are facts, right? Everything that we know in this world, it is a taught action, it is a taught behavior, right? And the thing about that behavior, right? Those things that was taught to us, right? Think about what it has us doing today, right? It has us so divided in everything that we do. It has us constantly trying to eliminate one another from our existence because we've been trained to act in that light. So, with that saying, with that said, right, it's time for us as a people to retrain ourselves. It ain't hard. I'd retrain myself. I wasn't able to um, be before you and say the things that other people have said today as a result of them retraining me. I had to retrain myself. I spent years and years working on me, right? Intellectually, articulately. I mean, I spent time on me. It was a time. It was a time. Gil Cole's in the house. Yes, sir. We're gonna get to that Gil Cole. Gil Cole's in the house. Y'all, we're gonna have a conversation about Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? And I know that got Ryan Garcia, that Gil Cole got something to say about the topic, right? And I think that I need to mention this to especially to Bill Cole. I am severing my relationship with Bill Haney. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Right. I love Devin the Dream Haney to death. Always gonna love that young man because he he strives to be a good human being. He strives to be a champion. And contrary to whatever, I would always have a astronomical amount of respect for Devin the Dream. And hopefully one day we'll have the opportunity to sit down and uh, chat. That hasn't happened. Why it hasn't happened, I don't know. Because I do know his father. I know him well. We have conversations often, right? And so with that, I'm not going to get off into the severed ties because it serves no purpose, right? It goes into the trained behavior that I just mentioned. Some of us, some of us, some of us grow out of that faster than others, and it's a bunch of us that just haven't grown out that behavior, right? And for me to be on the outside looking in, it's just not a good thing for uh, most of the people involved. So let's get to what we think or what y'all think about this situation that has came about Ryan the King Garcia. Now, do we tag on Ryan the King, the substance cheater Garcia, or we just say uh, 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 Ryan King Garcia? Which one is it, right? Because I want to say this on the record. On the record, I am on the record saying this, right? That when during that fight, right, it was something about Ryan Garcia's action in the ring that led me to believe that Ryan Garcia might have been on a banned substance. He was towering, not hugely towering over Devin Haney, right? In size, in stature, right? And I was like, damn, 3 pounds? And he was so animated. You know what I mean? I had never seen Ryan Garcia that precise, right? I've followed Ryan Garcia. How can you not follow Ryan Garcia? Ryan Garcia is one of those boxers, right? That he's gonna make you follow it because of the antics that he engaged in, in getting to his specific point, right? Whatever that point is, Ryan Garcia gonna make you notice him. Hey, Gil Cole, I'm gonna read that because it's a good statement, and I am of the opinion that uh that should be this should be the action taken. Ryan Garcia, no, Ryan should be suspended and fined. Devin going to get some get back or move on. I like that. I like that. Shout out to Tone Dog 707. Yeah, he did. He did. He looked at shit. Tone Dog. Shout out to Tone Dog. on the head for hitting that on the head. Tone Dog 707 said, dang, Ryan did look big that fight. I feel Haney will definitely be determined to make a comeback. Haney gonna be feud since knew Ryan had to cheat to win. Absolutely. Absolutely. This is contrary to the pros and cons associated with the sports that we love so dearly, y'all, right? This makes for a good rematch, right? I mean, at the end of the day, right? And I hate that Ron. Okay, now here's the thing: that there's going to be a lot of backwards and forwards about whether he did or whether he didn't do it, right? Okay, we got to go through that. But at the end of the day, this warrants a rematch based on the fact, in my opinion, that everybody who is having a say in this, the chat room, uh, the scholars, everybody, the promoters, the fighters, they should be clamoring for a rematch based on the totality of the issues that at hand involving Ron Garcia and Devin Haney. The loss, right? How con- convincingly Ryan Garcia pulled that off, right? The whole antic thing, right? It sets for a rematch. It sets for a rematch. I mean, this is a perfect uh, uh, situation where okay, let's just get to the remake, get this behind us, right? Because there's too much, and there has been too much corruption, the antics, the smoking the weed, the alcohol drinking allegedly on in the public eyes, all that, right? Is screaming for some satisfaction, and in this case, uh, a rematch would satisfy those that need to be satisfied. And it would satisfy me. I don't know about the rest of the chat. I don't know about the rest in the world, but I demand a rematch, immediate rematch, because I just don't think, and I've said this time and time again, that Devin Haney is that easily beatable. I just don't think so. Now, wait a minute, Gil. Did I read what you said? Gil Coles, I think Devin should move on. Okay, well, let me see if I heard that Ryan should be suspended and fined. Is Devin gonna get back or move on? Wait a minute, hey, Gil Coles, uh, sir, Gil Coles, sir, is that not those two issues have a double standard? Because once you say you was leaning toward like they should have a suspension and a fine. But how you gonna have a suspension and a fine without having a rematch? Then you say I think Devin should move on. Okay, I need some help with that one, Mr. Cole, if you don't mind. Tondo, do you think Devin Haynes should move on, or what do you think? I mean, me personally, I want to see a Gil Cole. The world wants a rematch, and the only way that if we're gonna get a rematch is people like us that want to see a rematch get the Holly rematch because Ryan Garcia was so consistent with taking out the people, right? That he'd already said he don't want a rematch. This is all trained behavior. Well, hey, some. Oh my God! Shout out to Andrew Hall. No, Gil, and I'm answering the question. I'm answering that question in like fashion. No, I don't think he should move on. I think the world deserves a rematch. I think that all the particulars involved in this particular fight, man, warrants and screens for a rematch. Wait a minute. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And I got a bunch of love on that Gil Cole. So don't be out there on that fist by yourself now. Look, somebody, Angel Hole, off topic, Pam Grier. What the hell? How did Pam Grier get in the boxing channel, in the boxing training channel? Pam Grier, Bernadette, whoever that is, the daughter on Good Time, who is more beautiful? Definitely, easily Bernadette. Hey, look, Angel, is you a female? Angel? Angle. Angel. Angle. Angle Hall. Where you from? Angle Hall. Anyway, that's off subject, and I'm not addressing the beauty of Bernadette or Pam Grier. Which now Pam grier wasn't a bad looking when she was younger, though. I will say that on my way out that conversation. You feel me? But wait, say so Tone. Wait a minute, hold it. Tone dog rematch idea because there is big. Hey, say, Gil Cole, you sitting on that fence by yourself, brother. There's another comment just came in, and they say rematch. I feel because there is big controversy. I think it's big. There is humongous controversy here. And so wait a minute, Gil. What's up with that, brother? What's up with that? Devin should go on about his business and just forget about the fact that he's been robbed and cheated out of a win. Now check this out. Okay. Now, about 3 months ago, if memory serves me correctly, let me see if I can remember the boxer's name. Sean. Boy, with the lightweight. Keyshawn Davis is that young man's name. Now, if he was stripped of his win and fined and wasn't allowed the opportunity to box for 3 months from smoking weed, right? Why shouldn't something happen to Ryan Garcia for being after being tested for a banned substance was found positive. So, which one is the worst? Smoking a little weed, which in most states is legal, or a banned substance, which has the ability to change the dynamics of the fight? Which which one, Gil Cole? Because those in the chat of that are embracing a rematch, right? Want a rematch. So help me understand that, Mr. Cole. Help me understand that because everybody who has said something in the chat want a rematch, and I'm see that I'm going 100 on that, man. I am 100% with that. We need a rematch. That man, that Devin the Dream Haney, had worked too hard, too long, right, to be cheated out of superiority. Has been cheated out of being superior in its weight class. So if I love that Gil Cole. I love Gil Cole. Gil Cole always got something that's really sharp and witty to come back. Gil Cole said, if Ryan ends Devin's career in the rematch, now this is pretty darn witty if I say so myself. If Ryan ends Devin's career in the rematch, I'm blaming you, Jack Daniels. I'm giving you some love on that, bro. You feel me? I am giving you some love on that, Mr. Cole. That's why I got to get this chat up to speed, and I know I'm not gonna be able to do that until I get my podcast more animated. You know what I mean? With uh, uh more abilities. You know what I'm saying? I have to have more abilities to uh, edit. You know what I mean? Uh, have people on the chat, live chats. And and ran into I ran into a brother today who first of all, I was really impressed with him because he said, "Man, you don't get brother. I know that refused to shut down. It'd be some days that you might have but one person in the chat, but you just be on there talking like you know what I'm saying." And that's a fact, first of all. But I was so impressed with that in the sense that it gives me the drive to overcome all the stressful uh, things that come out in doing this. This is not it's not really easy work, right? It's easy because I love it. I love talking to y'all. And, but by the same token, I'm not reaching the audience that I need to reach, and because there's a lot of things that I'm not able to do right now with the ins and outs of uh, a YouTuber, right? Some of these cats with these channels, right? They're just all over the place with graphics and you know editing. I mean, they're all over the chart. I haven't got there yet, but I will. And I've said this before. I will. Uh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Gil Cole said Devin. Now here's okay. I ain't going there, Gil. Devin. Uh, uh, Gil Cole said Devin should unify next. Who are you unifying with, in your opinion? I already know what he's gonna say. Matthias. So you uh what say you Tone Down 707? Do you think Devin should unify next? I don't know if that's a good idea. I don't know. All Devin Haney's momentum, right, should go into the rematch and working up enough um accuracy help working up enough accuracy to defend anything Ryan Garcia brings to the table. That's what he didn't do the first time. Okay, that's a good piece of information. Any of the bell holders, Gil Cole said, okay, that's. But see, only thing that I have as a drawback to that is Gil Cole said any of the belt holders, Devin Haney should fight next to unify the belts, right? And that was his intention before this uh, travesty of justice transpired, right? Travesty of justice. uh, that he was attempting to unify the belt. That had he got through Ryan Garcia, uh, uh, he was going to unify the belt. Right. I mean, he was having problems with that because actually everybody said, "Oh, he needs to fight. He needs to fight Matias, Sabrius Matias." Right. Actually, and he might want to fight him now, but before he Sabriel Matias didn't want in no part of Devin Haney. He was making a whole bunch of duck moves to evade Devin Haney before the loss to Ryan Garcia, which Allah is the greatest that we're gonna get that corrected. So, with that in mind, hit that subscription button, man. Hit the like button. Share this video, man. I need to know what people think out there in the world about this particular video and this fiasco. A lot of love to y'all, too. This fiasco brought on by none other than sneaky Ryan Garcia. And don't forget to drop a comment in the comment section and just tell me how y'all think the OG Jack Daniels of the Boxing Trainers Challenge is pulling up, holding up. With that, I got to go. I can't go with a side of that, but I'm telling y'all, peace out and love. Later.